Everyone, welcome to the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee meeting. It is Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Chairperson Mike Seville, Vice Chair Patty Smith.
Here.
Alderman Javier Bañuelos.
Here.
Alderwoman Connie Garza.
Here.
Alderman at Large Will White.
Here.
4 present.
Thank you. Our first order of business will be the approval of minutes of our last meeting. Item number 250650, the approval of the minutes for the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee that was held on August 13th, 2025.
So moved.
I have a motion by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Benzuela. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you so much. Clerk, do we have anyone here for public comment?
Yes, we do.
Okay, could you please go ahead and read the preamble for that?
Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, all persons shall be permitted an opportunity to address public officials under the rules established and recorded by the council. Under our rules, any person may address the BZE committee for up to 3 minutes with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for all public comment. No person other than the timekeeper or the chair for the purpose of maintaining order may interrupt a person recognized for public comment during his or her comments. Members of the BZE committee shall not engage with nor respond to a speaker during the time set aside for public comment. Staff is directed to follow up with members of the public with respect to any concerns raised during public comment.
Thank you so much. And could you please call the first person?
Mr. Steve Hendry.
Mr. Hendry, if you wouldn't mind stepping over there. You have 3 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Starting now.
Some of you may have been here the last time I spoke, but tonight, or to this afternoon, won't go that way. I'm calling, or I'm asking, or want to talk about 064748 at 411 Boulevard. At Clayman Union, there's already 2 empty lots that I guess are for parking. A friend of mine lives next door to one of them. At one time, it was a community garden. I mean, how many lots can you turn into parking spaces? I've been beaten up at dead wall. I've been beating myself trying to get 3 blocks of 2nd Avenue, no parking. Now, a lot like that, to take care of the, let's see, that's, I don't know how many cars you got to move around. The house next door to me burned December 23rd. The guys the guys that came out to kind of verify whatever the standard said you got to do, they just got there since December 23rd. Talk about slow. Man, oh man, insurance. Wow. So I think that something else has got to be done with the small lots. Somehow the city has got to figure out, come up with a new average. I think when I talked to Chuck Nelson back in 2019, him and I went and looked at in Ward 7 and Ward 2, and we checked out all kinds of lots. And one was right behind my house. I'm like, Chuck, we're still talking about it. In 2025, you could put a great ranch, solar, 500-600 square foot house here, and some mom and 2 kids could live here. Bring in all the solar, bring in everything, make it really good. Everything's gone now. All you got to do is hook up water and sewer. Electricity, gas, don't need them anymore, do you? Really? I don't know. I guess we'll find out over at that place on Jericho how good that project works. But the other thing was, real quick, the houses that have to be net zero, and on those lots that are still empty, think real hard about low-profile solar panels on all these empty lots that aren't being used at all. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Clerk, do we have anyone else for public comment?
We do not.
Thank you. We will go on to the first item on our agenda, item number 25-0647, an ordinance establishing a conditional use plan development and approving 411 East Galena plan description for the property located at 411 East Galena Boulevard. Hello there.
Hello. Good. Thank you. Could you also read agenda item 25-0648 into the agenda as a related item?
Certainly I can. Item number 25-0648, a resolution approving the final plan for the property located at 411 East Galena Boulevard for a parking facility residential 4160 use.
Good afternoon, Jill Morgan, Senior Planner. So this, to give you a little bit of background to the subject property. So it's currently vacant with R3 one family district zoning. The property originally had a gazebo and some walking path on it. While appearing like a city park, it actually was not. It was privately owned. The city had some expectations to make a park out of it in, like, I believe the early 2000s. But something happened, and it was before my time, where it ended up getting sold to a private entity. So it's not a city park. It wasn't city owned. It's been since that time owned by a private individual. I know when I first started back in about 2015, he had contacted me about trying to do something with the property because he was paying property taxes on it. But with the small lot size and the configuration, it really made it difficult to even build like a one-family house on it. So it's just kind of sat as is. The sale of the property was never finalized to the city. So currently the petitioner owns this property. He also owns the 2 apartment buildings to the right, 415 and 419 East Galena. So he is asking for this conditional use plan development to allow residential parking as the only use on these lots, as well as some variations including lot coverage, because obviously the whole lot is basically being paved, and some setback variations. And let me show you also the landscape plan. So concurrently, the petitioner is requesting the final plan with the layout. Currently 45 to 49 East Galena has 27 parking spaces that accommodate 56 residential units. The owner is requesting to add an additional 13 spaces, as well as going to reconfigure the parking lot to allow circulations around all the spaces, these as well as the existing ones to the east, to be able to access both South 4th Street and Galena Boulevard. We worked with the petitioner early on a landscape plan to have some shrub hedgerows along the entire perimeter of the parking lot for buffering and screening. We also additional some trees as well as street trees are being installed. Due to the property not meeting that minimum lot size required by zoning, the narrow irregular configuration, and the shared access to the property to the south, it really has been unable to develop with the current zoning and building codes. Also, with the city's recent upgrades to McCarty Park, there is no need for a small passive park in this area. The addition of the nearby dedicated off-street parking would leave congestion and overflow issues that have affected both the apartment buildings. And then, as I mentioned, the landscaping, we have worked with it, try to get as much buffering and screening as possible. This is also located in the Near East Side Historic District, and it was approved by the Preservation Commission. Is there any questions for staff?
Does anyone have any questions?
I do.
Go. Alderman White, go ahead.
Thank you. So a question regarding the layout and the landscaping, the property owners covering the cost of the landscaping, or is the city participating in the cost of that as well?
No, the property owner is installing landscaping.
Okay. And do you have a timeline in which this would actually move forward?
I do not, but the petitioner is here who can probably answer that question.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Fernando Barrera. I'm the petitioner, property owner of Parkway Apartments. So as soon as this gets approved, this should be done within the next week or two after approval, final approval.
I do have a question. Either one of you can answer it. So the 2415 to 2419, those are yours as well? Or excuse me, 415 to 419, my apologies. So this, what we're talking about today, these two items, this, the people in these units would be using these items for parking?
Correct.
So you have the need for additional parking?
Correct.
Where are these people currently parking?
On Galena, I do have another 10 parking spots on the 419 building. However, the majority of the parking is what we're seeing here.
Okay.
However, with all the accidents and so forth, I do want to note that this, when I purchased the complex in April of last year, this was not included in the sale. After I saw the owner wasn't keeping up with the parcel, I decided to contact the owner and make the jump to purchase it for obviously for parking reasons and also for upkeep, right? So I think this was is the highest and best use.
So this additional parking will get people off of the street and into a parking lot?
Correct.
Which I would assume we would agree that that's a far safer place for people to park than on our road.
Yes, anytime, I mean, it's always, anytime we can get some people off the streets and have the ability to do so, it's always a benefit.
Certainly, makes sense to me. Anyone else have any questions? I'm going to go for would you have anything else you'd like to add?
I do that.
So for the first item, 250647, may I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
A motion by Alderwoman Garza, and a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman White. All in favor? Any opposed? The second item, 25-0648, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Motioned by Alderman Garza,
Second.
second by Alderman White. All in favor? Aye. Thank you so much for being here, and we will move on to our next item.
Thank you, everybody.
The next and final item, 25-0680, an ordinance vacating a water line easement and a stormwater control easement on the property located at 1444 North Orchard Road in Kane County, Aurora, Illinois. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy Basic, Director of Planning and Zoning and Planning. So this is just a cleanup from the Continental just got approval of a multifamily development at this location. And this is really just relocating some utilities that are out there, and so they're vacating the old ones. So this is really just a cleanup.
Any questions from the council up here? No, no
Motion
questions?
to approve?
May I have okay, we have, yes. Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Benuelos. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That item moves forward. Thank you, Tracy. We have no need for a closed session, and
Motion adjourned.
we have a motion by
Second.
Alderwoman Garza to adjourn, second by Alderman White. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed can sit here by themselves. Meeting is adjourned.